in the dark. Dig Daddy's out there with a fire in his heart. Paid dirt on the table, sifting through the night. Glitter in his eyes, everything feels right. Hand in the water, fingers in the mud. Buckets full of promise, gold in the blood. Gear on the bench, tools of a trade. Hustling through the silence, riches to be made. Big Daddy digging deep into the vein. Paid dirt on his hands, never goes in vain. Backyard prospecting, this ain't no game. Gold fever burning hotter than a flame. Shed lights flicker, shadows on the wall. Dreams of El Dorado, treasures big and small. You and all the gadgets keeping spirits high. Every nugget found makes the heart fly. Camera rolling, capture every gleam. Subscribers
Time. What's up? What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you some BSing in the shed, where we BS and maybe run some dirt and talk some shit. And yeah, so I'm back. I'm back from the Gold Show. Had a good time out there. Had a great time, actually. Got to chat with a lot of people. Got a chance to renew my membership for the Bedrock Prospectors Club, which is the group that I've chosen to throw money at. Basically just so I can have the potential to go to claims that I never wind up making it out to. But if I want to, I can. So hopefully this next season I'll get out there in 2026. I'll have more opportunity to get out there. Since the boy's going to be, off to college and whatnot. So, but had a great time this weekend. Met a lot of awesome people. I guess Tony Beats was supposed to be out there. I never seen him. Maybe he was there on Friday. Maybe he was there on Sunday. I was there on Saturday. I went Saturday and it was raining over here really, really bad. I was really worried that we were gonna be screwed and it was just gonna be downpouring there at the fairgrounds. But it wound up no rain. There was a lot of wind. I had set up a little canopy, but wound up having to take it down because it was so loud flapping in the wind, and I was afraid it was gonna blow it away and yank it off of the element. So I just took it down, rolled it up, strapped it to the roof rack, just so it wouldn't rattle in the wind all night long, because man, that shit was loud. I really should have went with canvas, because I think that would have been a lot quieter. Oh well. At any rate, not windy, that canopy would have been really, really, really useful, but it was pretty windy, so do what you gotta do, right? You can do what you can. But overall, the setup for camping worked out great. I was super comfortable the whole time. I did have a moment where I was really worried that I was going to be screwed because the power outlet was just a little bit too far away. And I didn't bring a long enough extension cord. I should have brought the longer extension cord, but I figured, this 20-footer should be fine. It wasn't. But I wound up buying an extension cord off of somebody there, one of the vendors. Helped me out. Sold it to me for $10. It's a really nice, good extension cord. Sold it to me for like $10, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I was able to plug in my fridge. I was able to plug in the sluice. I was able to plug in my blanket. If I didn't have that heated blanket, man, I would have been miserable. But overall, I had a great time out there. Had a lot of fun. Met a lot of cool people. Heard an update about a certain person that, if you've been watching my channel for a couple years, you'll remember the miners rally from, I think it was 2020, maybe 2016, no, not 2016. That was a long time ago. Probably like 2021, 2022, a couple years back. And had an altercation with a certain somebody there. And this time, apparently, I didn't see the situation unravel. But apparently this time there was an assault. And they were asked to leave. Which blows my mind, because I did see them packing up. When I was going through and getting some food, I noticed there was a vendor. I didn't notice it was them at the moment. But I saw, and I was like, oh, they're packing up already. That's weird. And then I went about my business. And when I came back, one of the organizers, I was talking to him for a bit, and then he told me about that. And I was like, oh, wow. That's wild. Oh, that's wild. We gotta keep it cool. Keep it mellow. Keep it cool, bunny. As he would say. But other than that, I had a good time out there. Right? You gotta be really messing up to be asked to leave that kind of a show. It's a shame, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. But overall, man, like I say, I had a good time. Ran into Brian Thomas from Brian Thomas Pater, and dude's awesome as hell. We got to chatting for a bit, and I wound up buying some pay dirt from him. And, you know, hopefully in the future, I'll be doing some collaboration there. We'll see what happens. You know, what happens, happens. But I think that'd be an awesome thing to go down there and hang out with them. And whoever else might be hanging out there at the time, too. So we'll see what happens. And obviously, I'll keep you guys posted as things... Oh, man, you guys beat me to it. All right. I'm not going to do any moderator stuff because I got like... Oh, whoa, cancel that. There. You guys handle it. There's enough of you. But yeah, so hopefully there'll be some collaboration coming in the future, and you guys will see that. It's going to be freaking awesome. But that's probably not going to happen until next season because it's starting to get wet, and you know me, I don't shovel in the rain. So unless it's a freak storm and I'm already there, then you know, tough it out. But I don't leave the house if it's raining. But we'll see. Maybe I'll make an exception and just tough it out. Put on my poncho, my little Rubbermaid poncho. But yeah, I saw them, saw some other people there, got to chatting. The video it's super short. It's just like I made a cycle around, and that was pretty much it. I stopped recording because I thought that was it. I almost left. Oh, my froggy. Yeah. But I almost was thinking I was going to leave, right? Because when I got there, I came in the back, where I guess I was parked with the vendors. And I should have parked. Thank you, Donna. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're awesome. But I guess I was parked with the vendors, not with the RVers, the other RVers, maybe the party group, because everybody was super quiet, super chill, and nobody really came over to party. You know, I wasn't expecting to like party. I mean, geez, but yeah, so I was just chilling there. Then it got cold, and I'm just like, fuck this, I'm going to bed. Only to find out that the sleeping bag that I brought, it's my kid's sleeping bag, but it, you know, they say they grow up so fast, and it's true. And, you know, like a couple years ago, in my mind, could very well be 10 years ago. And so I brought his sleeping bag because I couldn't find my sleeping bag, but I figure, well, mine's just like this over cushy, double wide, freaking sleeping. It's a big ass sleeping bag. And I figured his is just a regular one, right? No problem. I can make that work. Turns out his was a child size. And I didn't realize that until I tried to fit into it. And it was either I cover my shoulders or I cover my feet. And so I went back and forth throughout the night, trying to cover up and keep everything warm. I did have a heated blanket, and that's really what saved me. But that was supposed to stay on for 5 hours at a time, unless it overheats, and I guess it kept overheating because it kept turning off. And so that was miserable. But is what it is. Whatever. What can you do? Still had a bunch of fun, but what I got to do is work on the bed in the element. I need something that has an actual mattress or something with some substance that can hold a little bit of heat, because an air mattress, as comfortable as it is, you're laying on a cloud. Well, clouds are hollow and they don't retain heat very well. That's the funny thing you ask. I don't have any snow where I'm at, but as I was coming back, Stevens Pass got dusted. The first snow of the season hit Stevens Pass over Saturday night. Maybe it's not the first, but it wasn't snowy when I went out there, and it was snowy when I came back. But it was just at the top, like around the summit. And it was just a little dusting up there. Excuse me, I've got horrible cotton mouth. Ask me why. But, so yeah, that right there tells you the cold is coming. Winter is coming. So our time on the river is going to be super limited now. And, you're not going to be able to just get out there. It's going to be cold. You're going to have to bundle up even thicker. Put on the thick jeans, the flannel and the fleece. Double up. And then make sure you got a couple of, because I smoke weed. Because I found these sage sticks that I use for, blessing the area here and removing the evil spirits. And that scent gives me a dry mouth. But yeah, it's getting cold, man. So make sure you get out there and get your last digs on. But that just tells me that's what I need to do. I need to get out there maybe next weekend. I wanted to get out there this weekend, like after the gold show, but it was already cold, and I was just ready to go home when I left. I didn't even go back in the second day because, I saw everything there is to see. I'm not going to pay another $5 to go back in and just walk around. That just seems silly. So I headed out. As soon as, the next morning I woke up, I was like, all right, it's time to go. Broke down camp. And once everything was, you get to that point when you're just like, all right, I'm breaking down camp. Boom, boom, boom. I'm rolling up the tent, and the tent's the last thing. And you're just like, it gets tossed in the back of the car, and you're just like, I'm ready to go. So you go. You get that momentum going, and if you stop, if I went back inside, I would have been just like, all right, let me chill a little bit longer. And then I would have had to make that 2-hour drive. So I found my high spot, said, all right, it's time to go. Ate some breakfast, and off I was. But it was fun either which way. But, hopefully the pay dirt sellers have stocked up for the winter and can keep our mailboxes filled with pay dirt and help keep our vials filled with gold. No ribs this time, man. I had the baked potato. I had the brisket chili baked potato. There wasn't nearly as much brisket in it as I was hoping for a $20 dish. There was 2 baked potatoes. I really could have just done with the nice bigger one, just one, but just more brisket in it, actual meat. But it was a brisket chili, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was really good, spicy, tasty. Threw some bacon bits on it, some cheese on it. It was delicious. I just would have liked a little bit more brisket in it. But it was messy, that's for sure. A lot of cheese on that thing. Man, it's up to 41. Oh, man. Let's go look at that real quick, man. I didn't realize it climbed again that fucking fast. Jeez. I'll watch. There we are. This is for later. Oh, wow, you're right. Damn. All right, well, let's just segue right into that. Gold. Today's spot gold price, $4,133.20. Damn. It's on a meteoric rise, man. I wouldn't have never guessed that it would have gone up $1,000 in like just 3 months' time. That's 30% it's increased over the last couple months. 3 months. Let's look at that. Okay, maybe it's 23%, but that's still pretty badass. If you look at it over the year to date, it's gone up 50% in value. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's going to definitely affect, our, wow, in over 5 years, it's almost doubled. Believe that. Can you believe that? Back here, this is where when I started, man. Way back here. I was selling pay dirt bags with a gram of gold in it for like $50 over here. Shit. I think that's why I went through gold so fast in the early days. But that's pretty amazing, man. For real. $4,100. So if you got it, hold on to it. Don't get rid of it right now because it's just going up. It's going up, and there will probably be a bit of a correction at some point, as gold always does seem to level out. If I looked into it, I would probably find out why it's doing it, and it would make sense, and then I could probably gauge that idea a little bit better. But I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't spend any time actually looking into things, so we'll see what happens. We'll all learn together. A top out? Nah, I wouldn't take any of those bets because it's crazy, man. I wouldn't expect it to be where it's at right now. So, I don't know what happened. Let's look at silver real quick. Yo, silver. 50, holy shit. Silver's up to 52 an ounce. That's insane. 81% over the year to date. That's crazy, man. I'm looking around now to see if I have any silver, and I guess I haven't respected silver enough. But yeah. Damn it, I should have held on to more of it. Oh well. Always just looked at silver like a joke. Silver. Oh, it's gonna go up. And then it happened. Oh well. Man, I've heard people throw freaking 30K, 100K. It all depends on who decides what it's supposed to be worth, I guess. I don't know. Yep. I mean, if here's the thing with any kind of holdings, any kind of thing that you have that has value. If you need the money, sell it. Get the value out of it because that's what it's there for, right? Rainy day. But if you don't need it, hold on to it because most things are just going to increase in value, whether it be at an astronomical rate or just gradually over time, unless something destroys that industry or its value, its inherent value for some reason. There's no reason it shouldn't just keep going up, and that's pretty much everything, you know? Baseball cards, comic books. I'm not going to say Beanie Babies because, you know, that one I don't understand. But someday they're going to come back, and I will be a rich, rich man. But until then, and that's why I say don't take my financial advice. I invested in Beanie Babies, y'all. Like, I still have them because I missed the out. I missed the out on the things because they don't offload as easily as you think they would when nobody wants them. Oh well, so I'm waiting for them to come back. But eventually, hopefully I'll make my money in something else like Bitcoin or gold. Maybe I'll find a nice vein of gold out there at the river someday. That's really my retirement plan, is just to keep searching for gold until I either fall over at the river or I find gold and fall backwards at the river. Yay! You know, Eureka! I don't know if I'll even yell out Eureka. Like, I might just scream out in complete gibberish, you know, overwhelmed with joy. I know I get really excited just finding little bits of gold. So if I found like a... Dude, oh my god. I'll have it in the video of the of this weekend. But when I was over there hanging out with Brian Thomas, right? So like, he's like, hey, check this out. And he grabs into his little case. And he grabs this freaking giant, beautiful, huge chunk of gold. And the thing just filled my palm, man. It was a huge rock. It was like this, right? It was like this. No, it was bigger than this. This is small comparatively. It was fucking huge. It was so heavy. It was just a big chunk of flake, like a whole bunch of flakes just squished together in a giant, beautiful rock of gold. And it was just like... It made my eyes water. I almost wept. It was so beautiful. And I had to hand it back to him. Otherwise, you know, my legs were like... I felt my leg over here like pushing, like it wanted to make for the door. And I'm like, stop. No. Don't do that. And I was just like, haha. I was like, all right, take this from me. Because I couldn't hold it anymore. It was like, my precious. Oh, I yearn for that. I need one of my own. You know, I have some little nuggets, but like my biggest nugget's like a gram. That thing was like 5 pounds. It was giant. It was so massive, and it was just a big hunk of gold, and it felt so good in my hand. And I was just like, oh man, I need one of these. And obviously I'm not going to buy one because then I would go broke and my wife would probably leave me. Because that's a little bit too awesome of a paperweight, right? You know, I mean, there's only so much usage you can get out of a big ass chunk of gold other than just admiring it. And so I'd have to explain that one. And I don't know how I would do it. Maybe I would just let her hold it and then it would all just fall into place and then she would understand. I mean, that's so very likely. Damn it, I should have brought her and had him put it in her hand, and then she'd be out there at the river digging with me. She'd be like, we gotta find that shit. That's inspiration right there. You have a big ass, and somebody just puts a big ass hunk of gold in your hand and says, "Look what I found at the river." And I was just, oh man, I'm just looking at it and I wanted to lick it. It's like, you're so pretty. It's like, take this fucking rock from me, man. Oh. Ah. Damn it. I know you're not supposed to lick rocks. Don't lick rocks. That's very sound advice. But it was gold. Man, I thought they were all fake. I thought they were just little mock-ups that he brought, all spray painted, you know, with, so I never even give the gold nuggets much of a look, dude. Because it's like, I'm not going to be able to, nobody's going to let me touch them. And it's like, oh, that's so pretty. It's a big gold, big ass chunk of gold. I know what gold looks like. Ah, it's just going to make me want it. And he's like, hey, put out your hand. Like, oh no, no, you're going to make me do this. Oh, fuck. I didn't bring a paper towel. Damn it. But yeah, that was beautiful, man. That was goddamn beautiful. I still feel it. Still feel the weight of it in my hand. They're so heavy. It's so dense. I need one. I need to go find one. Now I gotta go digging. I gotta go hang out with them and find out where he found that and go find one of my own. Like, alright, you can keep that one, Dig Daddy. That'd be it. My digging career would be over. I've found what I need. I can just stay home and cuddle this, this big ass chunk of gold. And if I ever fall on hard times, it'll be like, it's okay. I've got the gold. We'll be fine. Until then, I'm just gonna nuzzle it and shoo people away. That's my retirement plan, right? And you know, as bills come in, I'll just shave off little bits of my gold rock. That's the way I want to live. Is that asking too much? Is that out of line? I don't think it is. I think it's totally fair. But anyway, speaking of the show, I got a whole bunch of pay dirt, man. It's pretty awesome. What I wound up bringing home with me. So, Blackjack stopped making pay dirt, but Blackjack started making pay dirt again. So I got a can. Boom. Elk Creek was there. I got a bag of dirt from them. They bag it differently now. They separate their gold. So the gold's on the outside of the pay dirt in its own little... Or maybe it's in the pay dirt. Nope, I think there it is. Nope. Anyways, it's separate from the dirt, so you don't actually have to pan it out to get your gold. A little bit different, but whatever. At one of the tables, they had pay dirt from like 8 different claims in 4 different states. So I got one from every state. We'll start on this side. I got an Idaho, an Alaska, an Oregon, and a Washington, and a Bullet. So I got 4 bags from 4 different areas in 4 different states. So we'll go through those and check out how different each of the pay dirts are from those 4 different locations. Now, if you saw my live stream, and I apologize that the live stream wasn't available when I was actually live, I was really bummed out because nobody showed up. I was like, man, I figured somebody'd be like, oh, hey, Dig Daddy, what's going on in here? But nobody did. But then I found out later is because it was unlisted. I guess the mobile, the cell phone doesn't automatically list the stream when you go live. It made no sense. It was stupid. But I didn't realize that till after the stream, because when you're streaming, you have no real controls. You just have the stupid little sparkly bullshit. Anyways, so during that stream, I went through a 20 sack of unsearched pay dirt. If you watched the replay, you would have seen. But then I also got a 1 gram bag of the pay dirt, but with a gram of gold added to it. So I picked that up from Brian Thomas. So we'll go through that eventually. Another thing I got on the table next to the 4 bags was these concentrates off of this lady's dredge. So these cons came off her dredge. She pulled all the pickers, but she left everything else in the cons, so she had baggies of that. So I grabbed a bag of that, and we're going to check it out. It's from a Gold Panner's Guide. Straight from the dredge and into your pan. Gold in every bag. So that should be fun. The next thing I picked up off of the Prospector's Dream table is, I guess this is the last of an old bag of dirt. There's not a lot of dirt in it, but it's been sitting on the shelf for a couple years as they've been going around to the different shows. So it was packed in the time before time when gold was down here. So hopefully there's a little bit more gold, or at least a better ROI than when it was packed. So we'll go through that at some point here as well. So that's all the pay dirt that I brought home. I also got this really cool pendant, a little opal pendant that was there from the opal dealer guy. I already gave that to the wife, so I don't have it out here to show you. Because you always got to, whenever you go to that stuff, guys, here's a tip. If you go to any kind of miners rallies or gold shows or whatever, there's always the tables that have gems and jewelry and like gemstone jewelry and just shit like that, right? Spend a little bit, get something, and then you have something to bring home to her and be like, hey baby, I brought you something too. I was thinking of you. Hubby points. Trust me on this. Bring home something from the events and she'll appreciate you going more because she got something nice too. So I brought her home a little opal pendant. She loved it. Good job me. But I also renewed my membership like I was mentioning. And before anybody asks, I didn't sell shit. I did take some stuff there. I didn't sell a single thing. Nothing. Because again, I was in the vendor area, not in the people actually there to buy shit area, so nobody was looking to buy anything, and nobody even stopped by. I should have been in the other park. I should have been in the tent parking lot, but then I wouldn't have had power, and that would have... Anyways. I finally got a spin-off magnet. Now, you're thinking, that looks kind of small. They made... And this is from Columbia River Mining Supplies. These are the guys who sold me the extension cord. That was the lifesaver for me. That was a lifeline for me, man. I would have died. I would have froze my dick off. That would have been horrible. And then I would have just drove off a bridge. But these guys, not only did they sell me one of these magnets for their the price that they're selling it there for at the show, which was like $49.99, which anybody could have bought it for that much there at the show. So that was... that was awesome. But he sold me an extension cord that freaking saved my life. So that was awesome too. But he sold me this because they make a big one, right? They make that big giant ass spin off and it's huge, or you can put it on a power drill. And it's an awesome device. It's a huge magnet. And I always wanted one, but I have no use for so much magnet. He made a smaller one at one point, but that was still pretty freaking huge. But finally, he made one for a home prospector. The normal people who might just bring a couple pounds of dirt back from Cape D or somewhere that's heavy in black sand and magnetic. And you just need something to get a bunch of material. And so they made it smaller than... they're full size. And so I figured, you know what, I'm in. Let me check it out. I don't think it's going to replace my hand magnet that I use all the time, because these are really powerful themselves, right? These things pull up a lot of material. But I do think it might be handy to have for going through a lot of this Cape D dirt that I have. I don't know. sometimes I just like buying things because I like buying things, right? But I got it, and I know it's hot pink. Dick Daddy, why are you getting it hot pink, man? What's that all about? This one is the only one they had that was printed with carbon fiber filament. The other ones were all PLA, and I felt like I wanted something a little bit more resilient. So I grabbed this one, and I was like, do you have any other ones this color carbon? Like, no. It's like, fuck it. Like, I'll take that one. So that's that, right? If you guys want a demonstration of it, here, look over the weed, all right? So you get the thing, plug it in, and you spin it. So here's some Cape D sand. Straight off the beach. And you just spin it around. The faster you spin it, the better. So, the other thing that they include is an adapter. So you swap out the handle with this thing here. Alright. Oops. Pull it out of the degauser. Alright, so now look at how the magnetic material just rips itself through the sand. Get that. Get that. So it's pretty damn handy at that. I gotta say, let me put it like there so I don't break it. I am pretty impressed. However, this isn't to be a hit piece on their tool. You know, the hand magnet still does pretty well. I mean, it did pull a lot more because it's got a lot of size on the Handy Mag. So I don't know. Is it worth an extra $40? I don't know. I like it though. If I didn't perfect the hand magnet here, I would absolutely say that that's the best magnet there is. And don't get me wrong, that does absolutely move a lot more material than this. It moves almost at least double and a half, maybe a little bit under that. But this is a bit of a production where that's very simplistic. But I do like this. I do like this thing. So I'll do more of a more in-depth review. I don't mean to really compare it to my magnet, but my magnet's sitting right there, and there you go. But I do want to give it a fair review. So I'm going to save playing with this for that. Let's mix our black sand back into the dirt without dumping it all on ourselves. Alright. That was fun. New toys. I like playing with new toys. So there we go. Got some pay dirt to go through. Got some new toys to play with. And in the meantime, let's do a little sluicing. You guys go ahead and leave a comment on that video that I just posted a link to and pinned up to the top. That's going to be our comment video for tonight's Sloppy Seconds giveaway. If you're not familiar with Sloppy Seconds, ask somebody. I'm sure they'll be happy to explain it to you. All right, I'll tell you too. Basically, I'll give away some gold. Whatever gold I find tonight in the sluice winds up going to one lucky person. And that person will be the who enters and is here when their name is called at the end of the show. You do have to stay around for the show because otherwise, why the hell would I be giving you shit? So, leave a comment on the video, hang around, enjoy, and you might win yourself some Sloppy Seconds. Until then, we're going to move over to the sluice. Do the all watch. No, sluicing time. All right. As always, we'll fire up some tunes. Hopping fits me well. Man, I don't care. Some sort of a Sensi. It's carbon fiber, man. That makes it manly. This shitty chair that I'm using right now. All right. Let me move. I'm running out of space here on the bench again, so I need to start cleaning up and moving shit out of the way. It's getting a little out of hand. But when I'm done playing, it's like I don't want to clean up. What I need to do is do something with that 3D printer on the counter over there that I don't use. Let me sell that thing. Can you guys hear the tunes all right? You guys doing all right? Can you hear me okay? I know I'm not in front of the... Here, I'm here. I'm here now. All right. Now for tonight, we got some dirt out of my hole. My sweet, sweet honey hole. I am looking for sponsors for the Sloppy Seconds segment of the show. So any pay dirt peoples who have a lot of pay dirt and want to send me some unsearched that has a good amount of gold to give out, you know, put your name up somewhere. I'll even announce it. I'll be like, and it's brought to you by pay dirt. That doesn't get you any freebies on the review side, though. I ain't a slut like that. I have standards. Let's sluice. Really, I'm just looking to give away somebody else's gold, not my own. Brought to you by Cool Homies Pay Dirt. I got your back, bro. You like my pay dirt mug? Well, I'll tell you where. Head over to the Prospector Shop, backyardprospecting.com. Head over to the Swag Shop link. There's a banner. You just click on that banner. It's blue. It says Swag Shop. You click on that, it'll take you to the fourth wall page where my swag is hosted. And you'll find yourself some mugs and t-shirts, hats, shorts, jackets, hoodies, panties, onesies. I've got prospectors of all ages covered. But you find it there in the prospector shop. That's where I would start. Chris Stubb is kind enough to have posted a link for you. So just click right there and you'll head in the right direction. Sorry, Maggie. Sorry about that. We'll be gentle on your hole. Man. But really, hope you rest up and heal yourself. Who knows, maybe dip your shovel again before it gets too cold. So Prospector's, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Prospector's Dream has a new map profile. It's the the micro dredge. It looks fucking sweet. I know some of you probably were thinking, oh, is he about to talk shit? With that tone of voice? Nah, man, that thing's freaking awesome. I really I need to message Dave and really send home that I need it in the pocket sluice. Because I want to upgrade the toolbox sluices to start including those. But then I'll have a bunch of stock of micro pocket sluices that I'll need to get rid of too. But they'll be red and black, so you know, you can't get colored sluices and stuff from them anymore. So it's the last of that. And they're in my custom Red River. But I'm probably going to swap out this big sluice over to the micro dredge, just because it has a much deeper, more aggressive profile, and I think it'll help hold bigger pieces of gold in place. I mean, don't get me wrong, the micro dredge already, or the micro sluice profile is already fucking banging. Thank you. But I really do dig the micro for pay dirt and concentrates. You know, you want to minimize how much crap you have to pan out at the end, and they do a really good job. The pocket sluice does an exceptional job at catching gold and getting rid of what's not gold. And it would be a monster of a tool in the dredge profile, I think. So I really hope he winds up doing that. Dave, if you're watching this stream at some point and you hear that, feel free to send me a prototype of that and I'll test it out. Seahawks won? Sweet! No, I'm a Seahawks fan, I just don't care. Like, I didn't even realize they were playing until you just said we won. Like, yeah, alright. Now I can celebrate. You know, if you don't know they're playing and then you hear they win, all you get is the celebration. But if, like, you're anticipating the game and then they lose, then you got nothing but disappointment. But if you didn't anything and then you find out and you're just like, oh, cool. And if you didn't care to begin with and they lose, you're just like, ah, bummer. Let's go drink. Let's go drink our homebrew ale. Our homebrew mead. Our honey mead. No, that's Portland, not here. I need an IPA to run through my beard. A smoke Chad? That sounds derogatory. I like it. Maybe I should offer this STL file to the club so that they can upgrade their sluice boxes. But I think they believe in the whole conveyor belt fucking shit. Oh, derp. Oh, I shouldn't pull on that. Snap that 2x4 in half. Tell you guys the story the other week or the other day. I was at Home Depot and this dude, he comes up. Well, first off, I needed some aluminum tubing so I could make a canopy brace for my element. And so I got some the EMT conduit. And I asked them, I was like, hey, can you guys cut this down? One, I needed it to fit in my element. But two, I needed, so I didn't have to do the work myself. So I was like, hey, can you guys cut this down? He's like, well, take it over to plumbing. Ask him. They got tools. I was just like, oh, you seem hostile. All right. Cool. So I'll go do that. Then I go to the guy in plumbing, and he's like, man, I think he was irritated with me. Because there was this girl he wanted to help who had her tits hanging out. And when I don't say that just because I'm, like, a girl with her boobies. Like, no, man. Like, she was really showing them off. Like, I was over there, like, wanting to ask her if she needed help, too. But, so I think he was just kind of irritated that I was there and he couldn't, like, swagger her and, riz her, I think is the modern term. Man, she was pretty hot, though. But he's just like, go over there. There's a hacksaw. You can do it yourself. I was like, oh, man. All right, cool. Like, they were all angry, man. It's like they were upset that I was asking for shit. But so I get over there and I get the hacksaw and I start hacking away at the pole. And there's this dude who's like down the aisle. He's just kind of side-eyeing. Like he wanted to say something like, oh, you're never going to get through that. And then finally he did come up to say that to me, not seeing that I had already snapped through one of the halves. And he's like, oh, you're never going to get through that. Not like that. And I was like, are you sure? And then I pick it up and just snap it in half. And he's just like, his eyes bug out. Holy shit, never mind me. I'll mind my own business. I was like, well, yeah. Like, I thought you were paying attention, bro. Did you not just see all that shit? But it's just funny. He's just trying to interject himself. And then he was the surprise on his face when I fucking snapped that thing. Just like, oh. It's like, well, you're going to ruin their saw. I was like, luckily we're at Home Depot. They can get a new one. Don't be so nosy, brosy. If you're not helping, be quiet. Alright, so there we go. There's a little pile of gold. Look at that. That's pretty. Yum, yum. Give me some. Alright, let's find a snuffer. Here's a snuffer. This is my favorite snuffer. Of all my snuffers, this is like my oldest snuffer. This is my first snuffer. it still works beautiful. There's a split in the plastic, but look at that suction. It still holds. Like, thing's great, man. It's got this little rubber neck stopper in it that's shaped perfect on the bottle. This is great. Alright, let's see if there's any I missed. There's always going to be a couple little flakes, of course. There's one. Little fly poop right there. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Back whoosh, whoosh around. Look at all those pretty garnets. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. I see you. Alright. Got gold. Got gold up in this. Got an empty cup. The two things together. We'll set it on fire. Now there's gonna be some black sands in here because I'm lazy. You know, I know I'm giving this shit away, so I'm not gonna fucking spend a half hour cleaning out every piece of black sand. So we use close approximations when we talk about how much we find. It's close enough, you know? If you wanna super separate it, I wish you the best of luck. I should probably turn the torch off before I burn this place down. Far enough into the stream that me smoking a cigarette should be alright. Alright, make sure you left a comment up there at the comment video or right about there. Once that's gold is cooled, we'll weigh it out, figure out how much we got. In the meantime, I'm going to kill this little fly. Let's find us a bag. I like these green bags. These are cool. Shouldn't use too many because I want to use them for some taters here. Maybe these will be the Christmas bags. I can spare one. There's one less Christmas bag. Just remember, it was sacrificed for this sloppy seconds. Now, I gotta find my tater. I'm not sure where my dirt's at. But before we pack it into there, we gotta find a sticker for it. I might be out of sloppy second stickers. Again, as always. Alright. We're treasure hunting. Found it. Alright, what's the date? 10/13. Alright, now we can put dirt in it. pay dirt. I need a new platform, man. This thing's dangerous. Damn. There. That song was playing too early. We're not wrapping up just yet. That's the outro song, you know? Alright, so first we're going to start off with some pay dirt here. Try to keep it under a ½ pound so I don't have to pay too much to ship it. That's fun. But let's throw some goodies in there too. I got some sea glass from a recent pay dirt, and there's a little shark's tooth in there or something. And that. There's some more of it. Oh yeah. A little yen, because I still have a whole bunch of these yen. Here, you can have two. Get through these damn things already. What else do we got? That won't fit in there. Here, throw one of these little crystal skulls with gold flake in it. There you go. Alright, let's head over to the bench. There's the bench. And see if the gold's cooled down. Try not to twist my ankle getting over to it. On the stupid stool that is always in the way. Alright, we're all zeroed out. I can't even see it from this angle, but you guys can see it. Nice. 0.149, about a 1/10 of a gram. 1/10 of a gram and a half. Man, words. Put that on the bag. It was at 149. 0.149. Alright, it's official. Alright, hurry up, get your comment in on that comment video. I'm not going to dick around a whole long time waiting and all that because I've been saying it. And it's right there. And this is a pretty cool bag. So, like, make magic happen. You know what to do. There it is. There it is. Not that. But, yeah, that's magic, too. So, we're going to go right to it, because it's 6:03, I want to go eat dinner. Alright, so we need a comment video, and here it is. We got 25 comments on that video out of our 31 viewers. We get one winner, and let's pick it. Sean McClellan! Let's get some! Well, you got some, brother. You are tonight's Sloppy Seconds winner. And being as you are a patron, you don't even need to be here. But I see you just posted, and you'll probably be posting here again in a moment anyway. So just be like, yeah! And we're good. Wow. Money! There you go. Bam. So I'll get that out to you. There you go. Let's get back to the Showtime stuff. Me. There we are. Right here. How does my AI thing not sit like this? I do that. I just gotta sit all sexy like, and then it frames me up properly. That feels weird. I feel like I'm trying to seduce you guys. What's up, prospectors? Dig Daddy here in the shed. How you guys doing tonight? No, you guys don't get that sexy voice. That one's reserved for the wife. Shh. All right. So, I know half of you were already left because the giveaway's gone and done. But to the rest of you who are still here, I just want to say thank you. I had a great time with you guys tonight. As always, it's always fun and all of that and fulfilling. And I thank you guys for spending time. I know the Seahawks were playing and that, you know, everybody wants to watch that. And if I was just in the background, I still appreciate that as well. So thank you for that. And yeah, I'll have some video up for you guys soon. I just got to edit it down. It's going to be a really short one from the show because I only filmed the first lap that I did before I even realized there was a second area. And anyways, so I'll get you what you get, and you're going to be happy for it. Otherwise, we'll just keep on doing the adventures and finding pay dirt to run. I picked some up, and we'll have a few to go through, so join me for that. And otherwise, join me next time, BSing in the Shed, 5 p.m. Pacific, here at in the Shed. And I said that. So now I feel like I'm rambling. So why don't you guys all get the hell out of here, and I will too. And on that note, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Until then, this is Dig Daddy. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I'll catch you in the backyard. Peace.